Greetings, dear
Zdravo,
friends.
dragi
We're
prijatelji,
happy to welcome you to
želimo
the
vam
international
dobrodošlicu
discussion
na
dedicated to the
međunarodnu
international
diskusiju
All People's Forum, Global
posvećenu
Crisis.
Međunarodnom
We are people.
forumu,
We
globalna
want to live.
kriza.
That took place
Mi
on
smo
Saturday,
ljudi,
May 7th.
želimo da živimo.
This forum raised an immense
je
amount
održan
of feedback and continues
subotu,
to resonate
7. maja.
with millions of people around the globe.
Ovaj forum je
The reason
izazvao
for this
ogroman
are
broj
topics
odgovora
that were
i
raised during the
nastavlja da
massive
odjekuje
online event,
milionima ljudi
which was
širom svijeta.
simultaneously interpreted into 100
Razlog tome
languages
su
and
teme
was
koje su
initiated
pokrenute
and
tokom velikog
entirely
online
realized
događaja
by ordinary people.
koji je simultano
Thousands
preveden
of
na 100
volunteers
jezika
from more than
od hiljade
180
volontera
countries of
iz
the
više
world
od
and
180
united
zemalja
millions
i
of people
ujedinio je
worldwide.
milione
The topic
ljudi
that were
širom
discussed
svijeta.
are the following: climate, common
Teme
enemy
o kojima
of the
se
entire
raspravlja su
humanity,
sljedeće.
record
Klima
breaking speed
je
of
zajednički
climate
neprijatelj
cataclysms.
čitavog
Why are the
čovječanstva.
world media silent
Rekordna
about the
brzina
scale
klimatskih
of threats?
kataklizmi.
Modern
Zašto svjetski mediji šute o
who plays on the
razmjerima
side of
prijetnji?
humanity's common enemy?
Moderni
The true cause
kolaboracionizam
of global
koji
climate
igra
change.
na strani
Who
zajedničkog
conceal the
neprijatelja
truth from
čovječanstva.
people? And why?
Pravi uzroci globalnih
Influence
klimatskih
of
promjena.
astronomic
Ko i
processes
zašto krije
and their
istinu od
cyclicity.
ljudi? Uticaj
Refugees.
astronomskih
Why does
procesa
this
i
concern
njihova
everyone?
cikličnost.
Escalation of
Izbjeglice.
violence in society,
Zašto se
slavery
ovo odnosi
and
na
human
sve?
trafficking,
Eskalacija nasilja
and
u društvu,
many more.
ropstvo i trgovina ljudima.
The most important
I
is that
mnoge,
we did not
mnoge
just
druge.
shed light on the problems, but we
Ono
also
što je
offered
najvažnije, ne
solutions
samo da smo
that are
rasvijetlili
undoubtedly
probleme,
required for the survival of humanity.
već i predložili
and revival
rješenja koja su
of
nesumnjivo
civilization.
neophodna
People
za
around the
opstanak
globe
čovječanstva
heard the truth
i
about
preporod
our
civilizacije.
situation, what we are in
Ljudi
right now.
širom svijeta
And
čuli su
there are a
istinu
lot
o
of
situaciji
comments,
u kojoj
reviews
se
and messages in
trenutno
all forms
nalazimo.
that are pouring in because people
Nama je
understand
došlo
that
puno
this
komentara,
global crisis we
povratnih
are facing right
informacija
now
i
is
poruka
a crisis
svih
of
oblika,
consumerist
jer ljudi
format
razumiju
of
da je
our
globalna
modern
kriza sa
society,
kojom se sada
where profit
suočavamo,
is the main value.
kriza potrošačkog
The message
formata
that we have to
našeg
change the
modernog
way we
društva,
live
gdje je
by
glavna
building
vrijednost
creative
profit.
society, where human
Poruka
life
da moramo
is of the highest
promijeniti
value.
način života
And once
izgradnjom
again,
kreativnog
her
društva u kojem je
was heard
ljudski
from
život
all over
najveća
the world.
vrijednost. Opet čuli su se glasovi
Thank you,
iz cijelog
Alexander.
svijeta.
Very nice
Hvala,
explanation about forum.
Aleksandre.
And today in
Vrlo
our
jako
international
dobar opis
online
foruma
discussion together
i danas
with
u
our
našoj
respected
međunarodnoj
speakers,
online
we will
diskusiji
continue to
zajedno sa našim
uncover the
cijenjenim
topics
govornicima
raised during
nastavit ćemo
this
da
forum,
otkrivamo
as
teme
well as
pokrenute
share
na ovom
our
forumu,
impressions of
kao i
this
da
significant
prenosimo
event.
utiske
And
o
I'm
ovom
honored to
značajnom
introduce you
događaju.
to our guest,
I velika mi je čast da vam
Guadalupe
predstavim
Rodriguez,
naše goste.
anthropologist and lawyer
Guadalupe
from
Rodriguez,
Mexico.
antropolog i pravnik
Welcome,
iz
Guadalupe.
Meksika.
Sharon
Dobrodošla,
Buthelezi, private
Guadalupe.
tutor from South Africa,
Sharon
and
Buthelezi,
our
južnoafrička
Zulu interpreter,
privatna učiteljica i naš
Dr. Konstantin Rybachuk,
prevodilac
our
na Zulu,
active
Dr.
participant
Konstantin
of Creative
Rybachuk,
Society project and
aktivni
our
učesnik
interpreter
u
to
projektu
English,
Kreativno društvo
and
i naš
Marek
prevodilac na
Jakubis,
engleski.
data
I
analyst and
Marek
also
Jakubis,
active participant
analitičar
of Creative
podataka
Society
i također
project.
aktivni
Welcome,
učesnik
dear
u projektu
friends. We are so
Kreativno
happy
društvo.
to have you here
Dobrodošli,
with
dragi
us
prijatelji.
today. Looking
Veoma
forward to our
nam je
discussion.
drago što ste danas
And
ovdje sa
before
nama.
we start,
Radujemo se
let's
početku
watch the
naše
short video
rasprave.
about the
I prije
forum.
nego počnemo, pogledajmo kratak video o forumu.
This forum is
Ovaj
created
forum
for
su
the
za ljude
people,
kreirali
by the
sami
people,
ljudi.
by the Creative
Volonteri
Society
projekta Kreativno
volunteers
društvo
from around the
iz
world.
cijelog svijeta.
Сегодняшний день,
Danas je
он
zaista
действительно
značajan
знаменательный.
dan.
Почему? Потому
Zašto?
что сегодняшнее
Jer današnji
событие,
događaj
оно
on
закладывает
predstavlja
наше
našu
будущее,
budućnost,
наше общее
našu
будущее.
zajedničku
Is the
budućnost.
product
Ovaj
of
događaj
months of hard
rezultat je
work
više
of
mjesečnog
volunteers,
napornog rada
each
volontera,
driven by the desire
od
to
kojih je
live.
svaki vođen željom
It took
za
millions of
životom.
people to
Da vam
bring this
prenesem
information to
ovu
you.
informaciju.
Greetings,
Zdravo,
ladies
dame i gospodo.
and gentlemen. The last
Posljednji
war
rat
of humanity is
čovječanstva
already going
je već
on.
u toku.
The enemy is
Neprijatelj
destroying
uništava
everyone
svakoga
in
na
its
svom
path.
At first, I thought it was a bomb explosion.
It's scary. It's scary.
Honestly thought that I was going to die.
It is cruel and inhumane. It attacks recklessly and mercilessly. It destroys everyone in its way, sparing neither women nor the elderly or children.
And these are just its first attacks. It won't agree on humanitarian corridors. It won't sign a peace agreement. It doesn't need time to regroup. And it won't run out of missiles. With each new attack, the enemy only gets stronger. What can we oppose against this enemy? Can we, humans, survive this war? If meanwhile, instead of carrying out planetary mobilization and creating a united front, we are killing each other.
I don't want to die. I want it all to be over as soon as possible.
Из-за войны, которая сейчас идет в Украине, клиенты обращаются с запросами, что их детей изнасиловали военные. Таких историй тысячи.
Я прожил 2 недели в оккупации со своей семьей. Все 2 недели — это сплошной, непрекращающийся кошмар.
Однажды мы шли к колодцу за водой, и просто человека расстреляли. Вот за что? За то, что он шел за водой.
Люди погибали от авиаударов, от минометных обстрелов, и хоронили своих родных прямо возле их домов, потому что никто не вывозил труп. Очень хочется, чтобы люди одумались, пока мы не уничтожили друг друга.
И этот мир построили мы. Мы — люди.
Война в Украине — это безумство. Когда видишь это, когда слышишь это. Но то, что было сделано в городах Украины, будет во всем мире, на всех континентах, во всех городах, потому что климат в миллионы раз серьезнее. Что? Мы до последнего будем ждать, когда в дом каждого зайдет враг и начнет убивать. Только тогда начнем шевелиться и кричать «Караул!». Сколько бы ни кричали, не сможем ничего сделать.
Everyone will lie in one mass grave unless we rally our strength today and stand united against the common enemy. Yes, it's hard, but we must do so if we want to survive. For we are people. We want to live.
Наша цель и задача — доказать, что мы люди. Наша цель и задача — доказать, что мы цивилизация. Прекратить грязь, которая у нас есть. Прекратить убийство людей. Восстановить справедливость в этом мире. Восстановить ценность жизни человечества. Вот наша задача. Та задача, за которую мы здесь, сейчас и боремся.
Пришло время стать настоящим человеком. Пришло время создать все условия для того, чтобы выжило все человечество.
Yes, indeed, this forum really gives an idea and understanding that we really need to unite and act and build the future for all of us, build a creative society. If we live as it is right now,
Ako vjerujemo da je to već sada ovdje, onda ćemo se suočiti sa vrlo tužnom realnošću. I niko od nas ne bi želio da prođe kroz ovaj strašni scenarij sa kojim su se neki članovi kreativnog društva već suočili, a neki ljudi u svijetu upravo sada. I zaista bismo trebali dati sve od sebe da iskoristimo sav svoj potencijal i sve naše resurse kako bismo spriječili i zaista izgradili kreativno društvo. I naše prvo pitanje koje bi željela da postavim je: možete li podijeliti svoja razmišljanja i povratne informacije o ovom nevjerovatnom događaju?
Claro, Marina, Alexander, todos, buen día. Creo que la lección que deja el foro es que tenemos que hacer la acción ya. Se necesita tener una acción de forma inmediata. Parar guerras, parar todo esto que estamos destruyendo, que está destruyendo nuestro planeta. Y es un grito de auxilio de parar ya. Esto no puede esperar, ya no puede esperar. Tiene que ser una acción global inmediata. Vemos niños, vemos mujeres, vemos personas sin casa, sin hogar. También vemos que todo esto que está sucediendo ante el cambio climático que hemos provocado también está destruyendo. Entonces se necesita un trabajo inmediato, se necesita sumar esfuerzos. Pero pareciera que los gobiernos no nos escuchan, pareciera que los gobiernos no están atentos. Entonces necesitamos la población, necesitamos la gente de pie empezar a parar porque esto ya no va a esperar más tiempo. Y con esto, con este deterioro nos vamos a ir todos, nos estamos hundiendo todos. Creo que una de las lecciones que nos deja este foro es que todos podemos hablar el mismo lenguaje, de detener, de parar, de solidarizarnos y de ir apoyándonos mutuamente.
Thank you so much. And it's really important that we really need to start speaking that one language and really explain to the whole humanity that we are people and we want to live. And you know, during the 11 hours broadcast, the forum was simultaneously interpreted by volunteers. And it's really amazing. This tremendous effort was done again by regular people from heart to heart. And it was such a high quality, just really awesome translation that we can't even call the people interpreters who participated, because they are real speakers of the forum. And today with us we have also several translators who have interpreted during live broadcast. And I would like to ask you, Sharon, can you please share what motivates you to do that? Can you please explain what also impressed you in the forum? Please share.
Da, u redu, ono što me impresioniralo i motivisalo da radim to što sam uradila jeste to što sam, kad sam pogledala informacije koje su date na forumu, osjetila da, znate, u ovom svijetu u kojem živimo, ne mislite da postoje ljudi kojima je stalo do tuđih života. Uvijek mislite da svako misli samo na sebe. Ali kada sam shvatila da postoji grupa ljudi koja je spremna da i dalje, da ide dalje i čak je spremna da žrtvuje svoje živote za živote drugih ljudi, to me motivisalo da uradim sve što sam uradila. Ali da shvatim da je ovo naša planeta i moramo se ujediniti i pobrinuti se da na njoj opstanemo, jer to je naš dar koji nam je dat. Dakle, moramo se brinuti o njoj, živjeti zajedno i boriti se protiv ovog neprijatelja, a to je klima. Dakle, da, to me motivisalo.
Thank you very much, Sharon. And another interpreter and
prevodilac i očevidac mnogih ratnih zločina o kojima smo govorili na konferenciji je Konstantin Rybachuk. I željela bih da te pitam, Kostja, da li bi mogao da podijeliš šta te motiviše da učestvuješ i zašto misliš da je toliko važno pokretati tako teške teme, a ne šutjeti?
Thank you very much, dear friends. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Well, first of all, why I'm participating? I am participating because I do care. I do care, and I know, and I was actually, I was able to make sure that the horrible world that we are living today is built by us. I mean, we should not be blaming someone else but us, because with our being inactive, with our indifference, with our tolerance to crimes, to crisis, to violence, to all the other horrible things which are happening right now in the world, we should not be blaming anyone else but us. I mean, if some people believe that, in all the, crimes, in all the disasters, someone else is guilty, it means that we're indifferent. Why? Because we're tolerating violence when we see that. We're tolerating inequality when we see that. We're keeping silence. We're not, raising these topics, and we're not trying to solve them, because all that horror that I was actually able to see with my own eyes, my son has seen that the war crimes, it was done by people. I mean, by usual people like you and me. It means that the rest of the society is tolerating that. I mean, that if we want a better world, we should be more active. We should raise our voice when we see injustice, when we see inequality. For example, one of the topics that, for example, was raised during the conference, that a lot of starving people all over the world right now, about 30,000 people die every day because of hunger, and about 800 million people go to bed being hungry, which is totally insane, because at the same time in the world we have everything. We have money, we have technologies, we have people, we have knowledge and skills how to solve that problem, and that problem can be solved very easily. I mean, what those people need is just food, right? Because at the same time we have over 1 billion of people who are over-consuming, and we know for sure that 1/3 of all the goods which is being produced is just thrown away, and not because those products are bad. It's just because for the sake of keeping the price for the product at a certain level. It means that we as a society, we're tolerating this, injustice, this stupidity, that we are, we value money more than the life of a regular person, which is not right. That's actually the essence of the consumerist society, where on the first place is money. And we're talking about right now the creative society, where the situation is opposite. On the first place is the human life. And it means that in order to solve the problems that we have, for example, with hunger, with water crisis, with refugees crisis, we just need to change the vector of our thinking, and of course the development of the society needs to put on the first place is the life of a regular person. I was very much angry when I was watching and of course interpreting at the same time the forum, that we have dozens of international organizations all over the world which are aimed to solve the problems of refugees, of water crisis, of same food crisis. We have hundreds of national organizations who are doing pretty much the same. But at the same time, we see that these problems are getting worse. I mean, they are not solved. We still have a lot of areas, even continents in the world, where people are facing water crisis, food crisis, refugee crisis, and these organizations are not doing anything. And again, all these things are done by people. I mean, if we are keeping silence, if we are not active in raising our voice, if we are not active in telling these people that, guys, you're not doing what you're supposed to do. Every year, from year to year, you keep asking more and more money for solving these problems, but still the problems are getting worse. So it means that you are doing something not right. And since we're not voicing that, these people keep doing the same. Because they think it's normal.
Pošto
I mean,
ne pričamo
no one is
o
saying
tome,
anything.
ti ljudi rade istu stvar,
And
jer misle da je to
where
normalno.
we should,
Mislim,
take an active
niko
step.
ništa ne
If we
govori.
want to live in a
I tu
better
moramo da
society,
preduzmemo
and
akciju ako želimo da živimo u boljem
from my own
društvu.
experience,
I iz
I
vlastitog
appeared
iskustva
myself with
završio
my
sam u
family
ratnoj
in the war
zoni sa
zone.
svojom porodicom.
No one is
Niko nije
secured from
imun
this
od ovog
problem.
problema.
No one.
Niko.
I mean,
To jest,
today you are
danas
living in a
živite u
peaceful
mirnoj
country,
zemlji. Sutra se ovo
tomorrow it
može
may change.
promijeniti.
Today you are
Danas
living in
živite
the
u
calm
mirnoj klimatskoj
climatic
zoni.
zone, tomorrow
Sutra
it may
se
change.
to može promijeniti.
I mean, and
Niko
nobody is protected
nije
from that. And
imun od ovoga.
during
A
the
tokom
forum, it was very
foruma
much
se vrlo jasno
clearly
pokazalo da, na
showing
primjer,
that, for example, when
kada
the
se u
climate crisis
regionu
come,
tokom
right?
klimatske
The area is
krize
facing
dogodi
like a tornado,
tornado,
hurricane, or
uragan ili druga
or other
nepogoda,
disasters. No one is
nije
rescued
spašen
besides,
osim
rich
bogatih
and
i
influenced
uticajnih
people with
ljudi
their
sa
stuff.
svojom imovinom.
I mean, who's
Odnosno,
going to
ko će
rescue me or my
spasiti mene
family
ili
or you
moju
and your
porodicu
family
ili vas
when
i vašu porodicu kada
that
dođe ova
disaster
katastrofa?
comes? If you're
Ako
hoping
se
that someone
nadate
is
da će
going
neko
to come,
doći,
sorry to disappoint you,
izvinite
but
što ću vas
nobody is going to
razočarati,
come
ali
because
niko
those
neće
people
doći
are
jer su
very
ti
limited
ljudi
in their resources.
ograničeni u svojim
again,
resursima. I opet,
that problem should be solved
treba da
by
riješimo
us
mi,
because we
jer
should not
ne
be
treba
silenced.
šutimo,
We should not be,
ne treba, mi
indifferent.
nismo dužni
We
da
should be
budemo
more active in
ravnodušni. Treba da
uniting
budemo
people and telling
aktivniji,
people
da
that, guys,
okupljamo
if we are
ljude i
facing
da
right now a
kažemo
global
ljudima,
problem like a global
ako smo sada
climate
pred
change,
velikim
then we
problemom
need to come up
kao
with global
globalne
solutions,
klimatske
like, for example, to
promjene,
creating
onda
a
moramo
global
doći
rescue
do
service,
globalnih
a
rješenja,
global
na primjer
logistic food
stvoriti
service, a
globalnu
global
spasilačku
water
službu,
logistic
globalnu
service that would be
logističku
able at
službu za
difficult
hranu,
times to
globalnu
supply
logističku
suffered with
službu za
shelter and with
vodu koja
food,
može pružiti
with clothing,
sklonište,
with
hranu, odjeće,
medicine, and
lijekove
all
i sve
those
one
types of
stvari
things
koje
that would be able to
mogu
solve the
riješiti
problems
probleme
globally.
na
Right
globalnoj
now we are
razini
all
u
isolated,
teškim
separated
vremenima. Sada
because
smo svi izolovani, podijeljeni,
we are,
jer
I don't know,
ne
we've
znam,
become so
postali smo
isolated,
tako
and that isolation comes first of all from the mind,
izolirani i
because
podijeljeni.
we are not willing to acknowledge that
Jer
the
nismo
comfort
spremni da
zone
priznamo
that
da
we used to
zona
live for
udobnosti na
many,
koju smo
many years
navikli
may
mnogih godina
may disappear at any
može
moment,
nestati svakog
and we do not
trenutka.
even want to
I ne
think
želimo
about
ni da
that.
razmišljamo o tome.
And in this term, I would
U
like
tom
to say
smislu
great
želim da
thanks
kažem
to all
veliko
people who
hvala
were
svim
a
ljudima koji
part
su
of
učestvovali u
preparing the
pripremi
International
Međunarodnog
Forum,
foruma,
because
jer ovi ljudi razumiju što se
those
sada
people
dešava. Oni se
understand
ne boje
what is happening right now.
govoriti
They
istinu
are not afraid to tell
i
the truth,
pozivaju
and they
cijelo
call the entire
čovječanstvo na
humanity for
zajedničku akciju koja
joint
bi nam
actions
pomogla
that would be
u
able
rješavanju
to help us to solve the
problema
problems globally.
globalno.
Like I told already, the
Kao
global
globalna
rescue
pripravnost,
service, the
globalna
global
služba,
food,
spasenje,
water,
globalna
medicine
hrana,
supply services that
medicinske
when
usluge
disaster or the
koje
problem
će,
happens
kada dođe
will
do katastrofe ili
help other
problema,
people.
pomoći drugim
And that's
ljudima.
possible only
A to je
in the
moguće
creative
samo u
society
kreativnom
where
društvu, o čemu sam već
I've mentioned
govorio.
already the first value is the
Prije
life of
svega
every
to
human
je
being.
život
As
svakog
soon
čovjeka.
as
Kada to
we
shvatimo,
understand
možemo
that,
početi djelovati
we
aktivnije
will
i
be able to
produktivnije.
start, acting more
U suprotnom
actively
ćemo
and more
ostati izolirani,
productively. Otherwise, we're gonna
i sami
stay
kada nam se nešto
isolated,
dogodi.
separated, and
I u ovom
alone
slučaju
when
niko neće doći
something happens
i
to
pomoći
us,
nam.
and in that case, nobody is
Samo
going to
treba
come
da
and help us.
uradimo nešto za
We
neke
need
ljude. Vjerovatno najteža
To
stvar je da
do for some people,
promijenimo
probably the
način
most difficult
razmišljanja i
part is just to
shvatimo
change
da naša
the
zona
way of
komfora koju
thinking
smo
and
ocijenili
to understand that our
i toliko
comfort zone
voljeli
that we
više ne
used to
postoji.
cherish and to love so much
Ne postoji.
no
Sada
longer
se
exists.
niko neće
No longer
zaštititi
exists.
jer smo
No one is
suočeni sa
secured at
globalnim
this moment
neprijateljem.
because
Klimatske
we have faced the global enemy, climate
on
change.
ne uzima taoce.
It is not taking hostages.
On
It is
ne
not
prestaje.
stopping.
Ovo nije
It
neprijatelj s
is
kojim možemo
not
pregovarati.
the one that we
Neće sa
can
nama
come
potpisati
into
nikakav mirovni
negotiations.
sporazum ili
It is not going
tako nešto.
to sign with us
On
any
će samo
peaceful
nastaviti.
agreement or whatsoever. However, it is going just to continue. Otherwise, we're or just we unite our technologies, human potential, knowledge, and our the resources, and we come against this enemy as a united humanity. Then we have chances. Otherwise, no. And that was clearly shown during the forum. People, and that's a very positive sign that people stop being afraid of telling the truth. People stop being afraid of silence and begin voicing the problems that we as a humanity is facing. And what is more important, more and more people are beginning to act and be active participants of the Creative Society project and active participants of changing this world for the better. Thank you very much.
Hvala puno, Konstantine. Istina je, ovaj forum je zaista dao razumijevanje da je svaki čovjek na zemlji sada u opasnosti, a naša iluzija o zoni lične udobnosti uskoro bi mogla puknuti. Iako mi ljudi želimo da živimo, moramo veoma glasno reći da mi ljudi želimo da živimo i da nam je potrebno kreativno društvo. Moramo glasno vikati da svaki čovjek na zemlji može da čuje i jasno razumije. Ovo kreativno društvo je naša jedina šansa.
Exactly,
naravno, u stvari forum to sada vrlo jasno pokazuje. Naše moderno društvo je potrošačko. Zašto ga nazivamo potrošačkim? Pošto je ovdje najvažniji novac. Ljudi moraju da zarade novac i evo svih ovih ciklusa i svih procesa koji se odvijaju u našem društvu. Ali ono što me zaista pogodilo
an issue with a typical issue that we have in our modern civilized world,
problemi velikih razmjera poput gladi i nedostatka vode. A imamo mnogo tehnologije. Zašto ne možemo ovo riješiti? Razlog je taj što ako se problem ne iznese, onda nema sredstava za organizacije koje pokušavaju da riješe ovaj problem. Pa je malo drugačiji cilj i sve se već promijenilo. U kreativnom društvu to neće biti pitanje. Ima mnogo drugih trenutaka koji su zaista nevjerovatni. Želio bih zamoliti Mareka da podijeli svoje razmišljanja i razumijevanje ovom nevjerovatnom događaju. Što te najviše impresioniralo? Hvala. Najviše me oduševio video naših prijatelja u Ukrajini. Bio sam šokiran, potresen da su se ljudi koje poznajem, s kojima smo bili prijatelji, u stvari u samo jednom danu potpuno promijenili život, potpuno. I došlo je do razumijevanja da se i meni može dogoditi isto. Jer tako funkcionira naš um. Ako se negdje nešto desi, prije Iraka i Sirije, ne znam šta je to bilo. Samo smo gledali vijesti i sve. Nismo obraćali pažnju na sve, da tako kažemo, stradalnike. Obično su nam na vijestima govorili koliko će novca biti potrebno za restauraciju, ali gotovo niko nije pričao o životu čovjeka. Stoga sam bio šokiran, potresen da je s jedne strane bio jako dobro montiran, da je na početku bila kamera, ovaj prikaz jednog od gradova dan prije napada, djeca su se igrali na igralištu, na sunce je sjalo, sve je bilo u redu, svi su ljudi bili sretni, a onda pucanj i nekoliko dana kasnije sve je uništeno. Uglavnom ljudi su se krili u skloništima kao Konstantin. Bio sam veoma inspirisan činjenicom da je Konstantin rekao da je imao takvu priliku. Pošto je vladala glad, imao je ovu opciju da ode po hranu, shvatajući da se možda neće vratiti. Kako možemo da imamo takvu situaciju sada u 21. vijeku kada imamo sve ove tehnologije sa kojima možemo da živimo divan život? I mislim da je vrijednost ovog foruma u tome
što je iznio na površinu sva pitanja sa kojima se danas suočavamo. Jer može se reći da su ljudi danas već navikli da se ne upuštaju u probleme, da imaju površne informacije, što se pokazalo na društvenim mrežama. Oni samo promatraju i to je to. Ne analiziraju, samo konzumiraju. Mi samo konzumiramo ono što nam je predstavljeno. Znate, bio sam šokiran i bilo je pomalo zabavno što sam dan nakon konferencije vidio da su neki mediji sadržaj konferencije okarakterizirali kao opasan ili neprikladan.
Being classified by media is not appropriate.
Realnost mediji klasifikuju kao neprikladnu. Pa u kojem svijetu mi živimo? To je nemoguće.
One other thing that touched me also was when there was this graph how much money we have spent on
kada je ovaj grafikon bio koliko smo novca potrošili na borbu protiv klime. Mislim da je 2002. bilo 5 trilijona američkih dolara. Gdje je ovaj novac? Mislim, ako pogledamo s polja, naše cijene energije rastu, imamo nestabilno snabdijevanje energijom. Pogledajte ljude u Njemačkoj koji trebaju kupiti struju. Gdje je ovaj novac? Odnosno, neko se poigrava životom čovjeka i postoji razumijevanje važnosti ove teme. I to je vrijednost ove konferencije, ovog foruma, u tome što zaista izvlači sve probleme na površinu da ih ljudi vide. Jer samo ako ljudi vide ovo, moći će prevladati ove unutrašnje barijere. Ponekad imam osjećaj da postoji unutrašnja barijera. Slušamo nešto, ali jednostavno ne čujemo. Informacije samo prolaze kroz nas, a mi ne shvaćamo važnost, ne razumijemo ništa. I zato je najveća vrijednost ove konferencije, mislim to što prenosi ove informacije u tako lako razumljivom obliku, da što ne dozvoljava ljudsku nemarnost, rekao bih, u odnosu na problem.
So that's for now.
Thank you so much, Marek. And I also agree, absolutely agree with you, that our future and the future of our near and dear ones depends on how fast we will be able to share this information with people around the world. And once we know the truth about the danger hanging over us, the truth about humanity's real enemy, the climate, it is impossible not to act in order to prevent that disaster. And I'm not exaggerating when I say that the fate of whole humanity depends on the action of each and every one of us who shares the information about the forum and the information about the creative society as the only one solution to this terrible situation. And many of you already shared and helped spread that information in your countries around the world, did everything possible. And I would like to ask Guadalupe, I know that you work for an organization that helps to eliminate violence in your country. And right before forum, in order to spread that information about forum and in order to invite people to participate and watch the forum, you invited our participants to introduce, to do the a short overview of the forum in your country. Could you please share why do you think it is so important that people will watch that forum? What do you think will help when they watch it?
Da će im pomoći kada ga pogledaju?
Gracias. Yo pensaba, escuchando a Marek, escuchando a Konstantin, escuchando a nuestra compañera, me quedaba pensando en la exigencia que debemos de hacer a los medios. Estos medios que solamente cubren la guerra, que cubren la espectacularidad, que cubren esta pornografía que se hace en torno a la violencia y al dolor de las personas. Y que como, por ejemplo, este esfuerzo que hace Sociedad Creativa no está. Aparentemente no hacen esa cobertura los grandes medios. CNN, Fox, ¿dónde están esos medios? ¿Por qué no cubren también estas prácticas en relación a la cultura de paz? Hay muchas acciones que se están haciendo a nivel global y que no son cubiertas. Entonces yo pensaba, escuchando a Mark, escuchando a Konstantin, cómo es también tan importante voltear a ver allá y exigirle a todas estas cadenas televisivas que también muestren la otra parte. Si hay dolor, si hay enojo, si hay tristeza, hay que visibilizar, me parece necesario, pero también hay que visibilizar estas esperanzadoras formas de organizarnos y de encontrar una solución inmediata. Es cierto, las personas de a pie no tenemos en los grandes capitales, pero sí tenemos las redes y tenemos esa posibilidad, ese poder de ir convocando y de ir dando a conocer como estas otras prácticas en donde las personas nos estamos reuniendo y estamos exigiendo parar ya con todo esto que estamos viviendo. El cambio climático, toda esta situación es dolorosa, pero una realidad es de que estos grandes países, estas grandes economías, pareciera que no les importa, porque no están haciendo políticas que vayan encaminadas a ayudar. Al contrario, siguen en la industria de los armamentos, ¿no? Y entonces ahí vemos, ahí reconocemos que el valor humano, el valor de las personas en estas grandes cabezas de los gobiernos pareciera que no existe esa idea del valor humano. O sea, es lamentable y en el foro se ha dicho, somos humanos, no somos mercancías. Pero pareciera todo lo contrario, porque pensaba en el rating, pensaba en las posibilidades que somos de consumo, pero no pensamos, y eso es lamentable. Ahora bien, también es cierto lo que comenta Konstantin, me dolió mucho cuando vi el video, cuando lo escuchaba. Konstantin preguntaba en el video, ¿quién es el culpable? Y también preguntaba Konstantin, y así me hacía reflexionar, yo, Guadalupe, también qué granito he puesto ante esta falta de ver las demás realidades. Yo como Guadalupe también, ¿cómo promuevo el que dejemos de visibilizar todas estas problemáticas? Me parecía la intervención de Konstantin sumamente potente y reflexiva. Y claro, también pienso que tenemos crisis individuales, porque vivimos en una desigualdad. En los países vivimos en desigualdad. Hay gente que tiene mucho y que es muy poca gente, y hay mucha gente que tiene muy poco. Y que efectivamente hay grandes empresas que prefieren tirar la comida a la basura en vez de darla a quien no tiene que comer. Entonces, creo que es necesario reunirnos, es necesario dialogar, es necesario generar redes, pero también es necesario seguir señalándole a las personas que tienen el poder, a los medios de comunicación, estos medios poderosos, que tienen que voltear a ver todas estas prácticas a nivel colectivo que se están organizando. A mí me parece que el foro nos deja sobre todo reflexiones, muchas reflexiones a nivel, incluso yo digo, a nivel personal, como yo también estoy promoviendo una sociedad de consumo, como yo también estoy promoviendo una sociedad individualista. Entonces creo que el foro nos ha permitido, me permitió a mí darme cuenta de que estas discusiones las tenemos que llevar en el día a día, con mi familia, con mis vecinos, en la escuela, en el trabajo, pero siempre señalando, eso es importante, señalando y visibilizando que quienes tienen la posibilidad de las tecnologías, quienes tienen la posibilidad de acceso a recursos, están dejando de hacer. No nos están escuchando, no están visibilizando y sobre todo no están promoviendo, ¿no? que estas organizaciones tengan todo el realce que tendrían que tener. Es una reflexión que me nace un poco para seguir estos diálogos que me parecen tan importantes.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Guadalupe, for your efforts, for everything that you're doing. And really,
zaista mi
we as
kao
humanity
čovječanstvo
should not tolerate
ne bismo trebali tolerirati nikakav čin nasilja.
We as humanity
mi kao
should unite and
čovječanstvo
really
moramo se
just get rid of
ujediniti
it.
I
Of
osloboditi se
any
bilo
kind of
koje
form
vrste
of violence.
ili bilo kojeg oblika nasilja.
Because
Uostalom, to se dešava samo zato što mnogi ljudi šute, zatvaraju oči pred onim što se dešava. Ali mi možemo sve promijeniti i to je u našim rukama. Zaista možemo učiniti sve da zaustavimo jednom za svagda, zato što možemo stvoriti uslove da nikome nećemo dozvoliti da vrši nasilje nad bilo kojim čovjekom. Jer to neće biti dozvoljeno. I moraju se stvoriti uslovi na bazi 8 temelja kreativnog društva, posebno prvog temelja, vrijednosti života svakog čovjeka. A da bismo proširili vijest, moramo djelovati. Moramo djelovati vrlo aktivno i brzo. I još jednom bih se obratio našim dragim prevodiocima. Mnogo radite prevodeći forum, njegove ideje na svoj jezik. Na taj način omogućavate drugim ljudima da se upoznaju sa kreativnim društvom, da zaista vide puno novih stvari i shvate kako možemo promijeniti takav format, tako okrutan format društva. I želio bi da pitam Sharon, šta još osim prijevoda može učiniti jednostavan čovjek kako bi ovu informaciju proširio što dalje?
Every time I'm preparing for the interpretation and
mogu dati primjer, svaki put se spremam za tumačenje i gledam govore i prevodim.
I kind of get this understanding of the message that the speaker
uvijek nekako
would like
dobijem
to share
poruku koju bi
with the
govornik
people.
želio podijeliti s ljudima i što više
The more
razumijevanja,
understanding, the more
što je
deeper
dublje razumijevanje
understanding of an
problema,
issue there is,
lakše je
the
kasnije
easier it
razgovarati
is
s
then to
ljudima.
speak with the people.
Ovo je moje
This
iskustvo.
is my experience.
Dakle,
So every time I would
svaki
like
put
to
kada želim podijeliti,
share, let's say,
recimo, ideju
the idea
kreativnog
about
društva,
creative society,
mnogo je lakše
it's
to
much
potkrijepiti
easier
nekim činjenicama
to underline it
koje
by
su
some facts that were mentioned
u govoru,
in a speech, you know.
Ali također bih se želio vratiti na ono što je Guadalupe spomenuo o
mentioned
medijima
about the media, you know, and
i zašto mediji ne podržavaju to.
Because this also is
Jer je i to
interconnected
međusobno povezano sa
with the
razmjerom
sharing of the
informacija.
information. And
A odgovor je vrlo
the answer is
jednostavan.
very simple.
Mediji
The
su
media
danas
today is just
samo još jedno
another instrument for
poslovno
making
sredstvo.
business. You know, the media have got shareholders. And as
Znate,
you can
mediji imaju dioničare.
in
I kao
one of
što
the
vidite,
foundations
u
of
jednom od
creative
temelja
society, the media
kreativnog društva,
belong to people
mediji
because
pripadaju
only in that
narodu, jer
way
samo na taj
the
način
media
mediji
can
mogu
share
dijeliti
the
informacije
information
istinito
truthfully
i bez ikakve
and
namjere
without any
manipuliranja
intention to
društvom
manipulate
i tako dalje.
the society, etc. And
Dakle,
so the
dioničari
shareholders of the
društva,
current media, if they
sadašnji
supported
mediji,
creative society,
ne
they would lose their
podržavaju
business.
kreativno društvo i
That's
da ga
why, and we could
podržavaju,
see it
izgubili bi posao.
in
Zbog
one of the
toga
speeches, I
i
think
mi
it
to
was
vidimo u
Tali,
jednom od govora,
or
mislim
no,
da je
it
to
was
bio
Alexei
Tali
who
ili
mentioned this example
Aleksej,
with how BBC
koji je
basically
spomenuo ovaj
turned
primjer
over
kako je BBC zapravo
preokrenuo
intervju koji su imali sa uposlenikom BBC-a. Dakle, ovo samo jasno dokazuje tačku gledišta sadašnjih medija i zato je toliko važno koristiti sve druge dostupne kanale poput društvenih medija, poput ovih međunarodnih diskusija kao što su razgovori sa bilo kim da to učinimo. Hvala vam.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much,
Hvala
Mark.
puno.
And
Hvala
Konstantin,
puno, Marek i
I have a
Konstantin.
question to you.
Imam pitanje za vas.
We can empower people,
dakle, kako da damo ljudima priliku da djeluju? Kako doprijeti do srca ljudi kako bi shvatili važnost izgradnje kreativnog društva i djelovali odmah, bez gubljenja ni sekunde?
Thank you very much, Marina, for the question. How? You know, if we understand right now that we're at war with the climate, right, and we have a choice, either we win or we lose. So in this case, anything is absolutely acceptable when we want to spread information among people about the way out of the situation, which is the creative society. We should use any possible way to tell people that we need to stop living in the consumerist format of thinking, living, that sooner or later, whether we want it or not, we will have to leave our comfort zone and face the reality. And in this case, I think we would just need talk. We just need talk because that's the only way to persuade people that they need to stop acting. I mean, it's like, you know, from heart to heart. Like, when you're communicating with the person first of all thinks like, oh, come on, you're telling me what I've been, you know, listening like for hundreds of years from, you know, various of philosophers and so on and so forth. But when you are given the examples which you face, for example, from your experience, what you've seen, and you are telling the person truly that he's not, you know, secured from that, he's not protected from that, he's not, you know, going to be safe sooner or later. The person in the conversation, they start to understand that, yeah, that possibly the guy, you know, has something in mind and he's sharing with me that information that he wants to help me. And sincerity and openness of heart helps to reach the heart of the other person. When the people see that you're not, you know, trying to get something from them, but you're just sharing information with the person, wishing this person to live in the better world, in the better society, the people feel that. I mean, openness, your open heart, when you're sincere, when, you know, you're honest, that what helps. And no matter what, I mean, even journalists, after the conference, I met with a journalist. The day after the conference, I met with a journalist. We communicated, and I was asking her just, hey, can you please advise how I can, you know, reach more people, tell them about the forum that just passed. And we've been talking for at least 3 hours in the row. When I was telling her about the importance of the creative society, about the importance of changing the format, about the importance of voicing the problems that we are facing right now, about the problems that, like food, water, refugee crisis, we're trying, you know, sort of to solve, but indeed not. She understood me. After 3 hours, she shared with me at least 4 more contacts of journalists who would be able to, you know, to share this information within their network. And with one of the contacts of a person who is involved in political sphere. So people listen to that. When they, again, I will repeat myself, when they see that you are not trying to get from them some kind of, you know, financial support or financial help, you are not trying to somehow influence on that because you would like to, you know, be popular on the topic of
some kind of crisis or whatever, people feel your sincerity, your honesty, and they listen to you. They hear that you are telling the truth. I mean, the truth is important here because, you know, that's probably what we need most of all right now. The truth that we are truly in the deadlock right now. The truth that we as a civilization stuck in many different types of crises and we don't see the way out because that's our way of, you know, mind thinking. Again, I will repeat myself what I said in the previous part, that when we start thinking in terms of human life first, but not money, then everything can be solved, you know, very, very quickly. And again, when you're explaining people that that's possible, they believe you. They believe you. This is the time for the truth, the time for actions. Because we have no choice. Because we're all people and we all want to live. And that's, you know, what we need to get to. Either, like I said already, either we win, you know, again, against this crisis and the cataclysms, or we lose. And that's only the way out. Also, I would like to tell people, guys, no matter how hard it is, but try to understand that your comfort zone is very, very temporary. It pretty much does not exist. You may lose it at any moment. I've seen that with my own experience when, for example, on the 23rd of February night, the 23rd of February, like a regular night, you know, I came from work, had dinner with my family, just we watched the television, did some house routine, you know, and went to bed because we had to go early the next morning back to work as usually. But we didn't because the war began. You know, when you are awakened by not by the alarm clock, but a telephone call from my mother-in-law, for example. In my case, it was, she was very anxious. She was saying, how are you? Like, what is happening? Are you alive? Because we have a lot of bombs and shooting in our region, and she's in Kharkiv with her husband. When you go out to the street and see the cows there, because people are trying to live, you know, just living everything in their apartment or in their house and just living because the war began, you know, and you know that like 4 kilometers from your house there is an airport which is at the same time is trying to be conquered by the army of the other country, right? And everything is changed. I mean, I've been couple of times to my apartment in Bucha, but I still cannot live there because for the whole city there is only one supermarket working, there is only one pharmacy store is working. A few days ago, you know, the transportation began working. The bridge between the city, between Kiev and Bucha, is still not been repaired. It is still been destroyed. I mean, a lot of things has changed, and you know, with my examples that I'm sharing, I'm trying to tell people, guys, we are living in the very cruel society which is built by us, and we're the ones that we can only change it. We should not rely on the media, which is the same people like us, like you and me. They are on, you know, they're getting salary from their, you know, employees, and they are telling what they're supposed to tell, but at the same time they understand that they are doing something wrong. I mean, a lot of people who are being cheated, who were, you know, lied, and I feel sorry about them because they are humans like you and me. There is, you know, there can be actually, how to say that in English, benefit from those people if they start acting with you as a part of the creative society project, as a part of the creative society in general, because those people, they definitely have some skills that, you know, not many people may have, and those skills may become beneficial for the whole society. And as soon as we understand that we are all are a part of a global family, which is, for example, I personally felt when I was getting ready for the forum, that right now, when I felt that together we can, together, I mean, those people who were a part of the, you know, preparation and making the global forum. Right now, I'm thinking in the categories as we. We, I mean, we people from the Creative Society Project, we people like our entire community, we, and those people are thinking in pretty much the same way, because when we're thinking in the categories like in the consumeristic categories, I mean, like I, me, myself, for me, this is mine, this is truly, you know, consumeristic mind thinking. But when we think in categories like we, us, and so on, that's when everything is changing. That's when we are, you know, doing more and more together and benefiting together from what we are doing. Because it was mentioned several times today during this discussion that we have technology, skills, opportunities, knowledges, competences to create everything enough for everyone. In absolutely everything. The question is, what are we fighting for? For dominance. I'm sorry, but you are not immortal. You're mortal. I mean, what are you fighting for? I mentioned that during the forum that it doesn't matter how long you live, like 70, 80, 90, or a little bit over than 100 years, you are still mortal. Why create something that is making people suffer? I mean, why? What's the goal? What's the reason? Because, you know, we're all, you know, God's children, and sooner or later we'll have to report to our Creator, to our Father for, you know, what we've done. Does it matter good or bad? We'll have to report to Him. And there will be a certain punishment for that, for what is done, what is not done, of course. That's why I would like to wish every person who will be watching us, dear friend, hurry and hurry very much to become a human being. Because, you know, days are very short, and I understood that from my experience being for 2 weeks under occupation, when, you know, every hour you have bombing, shooting, just street fights between, you know, armies in the streets where you used to walk with your child the day before. It may end all very quickly. That's why hurry to become a human and try to, you know, to become a human until it's not too late. That's what I would like to wish everyone. And I would like to say that, for example, getting ready for the forum, it was so much excitement, pleasure, that you are doing something really worth, something that is benefiting, you know, not only you. It's like when you're having, you know, a table full of food that you're not able to eat alone. It is so much pleasure to share that food with other people, you know, making other people happy. In return, you know, there is a saying that one good turn deserves another. When you did something good to other people, you know for sure that these people will make something good for you, you know, and the circle of good things, you know, is closed, and we are living in this
circle when we are, doing many good things for each other, and that never stops. That's so much pleasure. And I felt that, felt a part of the family, of the Creative Society family, when we're doing something, not only for me, myself, like in the consumerist format, but for us, for all of us together. And that's unbelievably pleasant. That's worth living for.
To vrijedi živjeti.
That's worth living for.
Zaista, za to vrijedi živjeti.
I love that. And if at least once you feel that pleasure of sharing, of giving, of creating, you would not want anything different. Thank you.
Nećete željeti ništa drugo. Hvala.
Thank you so much, Konstantin,
Hvala
for
puno,
bringing that up, that we definitely need to overcome this me syndrome and start to think about other people. And definitely thank you so much for emphasizing once again our personal responsibility. It's absolutely true that we are responsible for all terrible things that are happening in our society right now. But it's also true that we are responsible for a good thing that also could happen in our society, and we need to realize our power and our potential. When we all get together, there will be nothing impossible for us, and we definitely will be able to create beautiful future, beautiful world in which every single person can be happy. But we need to act and act right now, because time works against us right now. And it is so true that right now the information about forum and information about creative society has to reach every single person on earth. Without that condition, we will not be able to succeed. And definitely we understand so clearly that if we will start to talk, start to tell people about that, the million people around us will continue to do so, and when millions will speak and talk about creative society, then all the billions, all 8 billions will learn about the forum and about the project. That's why we would like to ask Sharon, what can we do, what each of us can do in order that all 8 billions of people will find out about forum and the solution, the creative society.
We have already started by translating to more languages that people can understand, because we are not trying to get to a certain group or certain people, but worldwide. So the more the forum is being translated to different languages, people can hear what is being said or what is happening with their own languages. And this is what we're working hard to do, as I'm trying to reach more Zulus as possible as I can, to understand what's really happening around the world. And what is happening around the world is no one is going to fix it except for us and working together. And if we could get even, I know it has been translated by 100 languages around the world, which is a lot, but we still have more. 200 and something languages around the world can be also reached. So by saying out through social media, through word of mouth, to however we can, to ask more people to work together with, in Zulu we say, izandla ziyagezana, meaning a hand watch each other. So you cannot do it alone, but we need other people to help and to say this word and in their language that people are understanding much better. Yeah, I think that's it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sharon. And it's really important that there was really a lot of interpretations, and it's also what I understand personally, participating in the preparation of the forum and making interpretations, combining and assembling all these a lot of facts that we have done. It is always the first step.
korak koji smo zajedno napravili, ali pored toga postoji još mnogo koraka koje moramo preduzeti i mi zaista moramo sami postati mediji. Jer mi sami, obični ljudi, imamo dosta kontakata i možemo samo da širimo ovu poruku među našim prijateljima i ljudima koje ne poznajemo. O tome možemo razgovarati sa rodbinom, našim najmilijima, ljudima koji zaista nisu ravnodušni. Jer je zaista ima mnogo mjesta, mnogo organizacija koje okupljaju neravnodušne ljude koji su se već suočili s ovim problemima i širom svijeta govore na različitim jezicima i u različitim zemljama organizacije, ali mi možemo otići do njih i širiti te informacije, dati ove informacije kako bi nam se mogli pridružiti. A mi zajedno možemo doći do mnogo više ljudi jer poznajemo mnogo ljudi oko nas i možemo koristiti druge različite društvene mreže. Možemo koristiti sve što koristimo u svakodnevnom životu, ne samo da dijelimo fotografije gdje smo bili, već i da podijelimo najvažnije informacije koje sada imamo. A kada ove informacije proširimo što je više moguće, radimo to zajedno i pomažemo da se naš ljudski potencijal spoji, jer samo potencijalom svakog čovjeka na zemlji možemo zaustaviti ovu klimatsku prijetnju i pretvoriti našu planetu u istinski prosperitetni svijet u kojem svi mogu biti sretni. I to zavisi samo od nas. Po prvi put u istoriji čitavo čovječanstvo se suočilo sa zajedničkim spolnim neprijateljem, a taj neprijatelj je klima. A pred planetarnom opasnošću potrebno je zaista ujediniti se, da se svi ljudi ujedine, jer smo mi ljudi i želimo da živimo. Dragi gosti, hvala vam puno što ste odvojili vrijeme da učestvujete u ovoj plodnoj diskusiji. Vaš doprinos je zaista važan i zaista cijenjen. A sada bih se obratio našim gledalcima. Dragi prijatelji, ako smatrate da su vam ove činjenice izuzetno važne i želite da doprinesete poboljšanju života čitavog čovječanstva, nemojte čekati, molim vas. Možete početi s djelovanjem odmah. I zaista je vrlo jednostavno. Informaciju koju smo danas čuli tokom naše današnje diskusije i koju su iznijeli naši uvaženi govornici iz cijelog svijeta tokom foruma globalna kriza, mi smo ljudi, želimo da živimo. Trebalo bi da čuju svi ljudi na planeti Zemlji. I možemo koristiti sve vrste medija koje imamo.
Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, everywhere we are connected to other people and we can spread it. So the best thing that you can do right now is to share it with everyone you know.
Možemo podijeliti ove informacije. Dakle,
I once again would like to highlight the importance of every person in the world.
I još jednom želim da istaknem važnost svakog čovjeka na svijetu, jer kada nas ujedini jedan cilj, zaista možemo napraviti, promijeniti situaciju. Još jednom apelujemo na vas, dragi gledalci, ako si čovjek, ako si heroj i spreman da djeluješ za život čitavog čovječanstva, molimo da svi znaju da je opstanak od svih nas i naše planete zavisi od svakog od nas. Još jednom želimo da se zahvalimo svima koji su učestvovali u pripremi, prevođenju, emitovanju naše današnje međunarodne diskusije. I mi smo veoma zahvalni našim gostima na njihovoj mudrosti, na njihovom uvidu koji su danas podijeli s nama. Hvala. Hvala vam puno. Vidimo se sljedeći put.